Hey everybody, this is Jonathan. Welcome back to Trendy Trading. Let's go ahead and talk about how to trade using supply and demand levels. Now, this is using the assumption that you already know how to identify supply and demand. And many of you have seen these red and green boxes, but many of you probably don't understand how to actually trade them, even if you've learned how to identify demand and supply. Before I go into the whiteboard, I need you to take a few seconds. Please go over and hit that like and please subscribe. All right, I appreciate you doing that. Let's go ahead and go over to the whiteboard. And let's go ahead and create that green box. And again, this is going to be demand. And we are going to identify supply by using a red box. Let's go ahead and type this in. All right, in the case that we want to go long, we wait for price to get into demand. Price drops down into demand, and many traditional supply and demand traders, many use the box immediately to get into the trade. What I have found over many years is that I want to wait for what I call a reclaim. So if you follow me out there on Twitter, then you'll see a lot of my boxes say entry on reclaim. Once we reclaim, I like to place my stop underneath the box. Okay. So if I'm using high time frames, the box is going to be wider, which means that my risk is going to be more. In many cases, higher time frames means I am swing trading. If I'm scalp trading, this box is going to be a lot thinner. And so you're going to be using less risk, okay, as far as a stop is concerned. In these demonstration purposes, I'm placing my stop underneath the box, and I'm going to continue to stay long as that box does not break. Notice how price moves up, flags, breaks into supply. I don't want to wait until the level is hit. Okay, that's being greedy. As we get closer to the box, I'm trimming. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of getting out as soon as we touch. What I have found is that I want price to break through supply. If you think about it this way, just like we were going long here and I was waiting for the reclaim, there's somebody on this end waiting to go short. And I would like to pierce and go right through this box as much as I can. As long as the bottom line here is holding, I want to stay long. But remember, I'm trimming in here all the way up and bringing those stops up. Okay. So stay long as this area holds. Once price starts to break down and then it moves towards and breaks the line and closes, again, committing to the candle. And you all know what that is because you watched my other video, commitment to the candle. Okay, and understanding how to determine whether or not these levels are going to hold. Then I'm out of the trade. Matter of fact, I can flip this trade, place my stop here, and then the process starts over. We then look down into the left, and let's just say that we did indeed get some demand right here in this area. Okay, because it doesn't have to come all the way back to this box. This box has already been used up. Let's say that we have a box here. And once we get here, the process starts over. We start trimming on the way down. We want to be careful because we understand that price can bounce from here. But as long as it digs in, I want to stay short until price reclaims above that box where I do not want to be in the short anymore. And then we go back to trading from demand to the upside. Okay. Now notice here, for these purposes, I am using SPY. I am looking at a weekly chart. Notice I have identified a little bit of demand here. Notice that price moves down from an inside and down. And as it moves down, I'm looking over to the left. I'm looking for my demand. Boom. I want to take my trade. See here on this candle. Just in case you don't see it, we're going to zoom in. Notice that we come in. We reclaim at some point, I go long, and price does move up to this area here, which is basically 252 into about 268. All right. Notice as we make our way back up to the inside and down, we're trimming on the way here. But notice we stay inside the box. We hold that box so we can still take advantage of the long side. Once price breaks down, which is right here on this candle, let me show you and zoom in really quick. Once we break down here, I could go short, placing my stops above and making out from this way down. It doesn't look like a lot, but if you're taking the the break of this 330 into around 319. This is my example on how I trade supply and demand. You could sign up for 7 days to watch me live trade and use real-time brokerage alerts for proof of concept. I really appreciate you. Happy trading. I can't wait to see you in the future. Have a good day.